This phase is teaching you to learn something new and valuable. All right, let's jump into this reading and see what else wants to come out with this soul whisper. Hello, my name is Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here with me. This is a soul-led message, which means if it doesn't resonate deep within, or if you're fighting with the story in any sort of way, to please leave it behind for the soul that it's meant to find. May love hold you, may truth guide you, and may you be released from whatever is not yours. And so it is. All right, let's jump right into this. So, all right, you're in the phase of learning something. With the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, it is too about receiving messages. So, and with that swords type of energy, it's about communication, it's about mental constructs. So you're either learning how to communicate better or we're changing or learning how to evolve our mental constructs or consciousness in general. You're currently in the season of, we have the Four of Jars. I think you're currently in the season of finding an opportunity. Okay, it's almost like there's something that you've been presented with, but you're just so unfulfilled by it that you've kind of waved it off. The thing of the matter is, though, you can see like the honey pot back here, and he's just not noticing that this is full, right? So it's about seeing the opportunities, or in this case, not seeing the opportunity that was presented. So you're in the season of, I feel like, seeing that opportunity, okay? Or possibly missing it. So if you're here, pay attention, because maybe your soul has taken you to the soul whisper so that you could use this season to find that opportunity. All right. You're moving away from, we have Six of Jars. Six of Jars can talk about the past. So I feel like you're moving away from continuing to go back into the past. Let's see what you're moving forward toward. And we have the Sun. So I feel like you're looking forward to something that is more... The Sun card talks about the childlike innocence. Like when children laugh, it's like that laugh that's contagious, right? And it's also about revelations. So I think you're moving towards something that is going to reveal what is more fulfilling for you, and also that opportunity that's presented itself to you. Now, we already said what the purpose of the season is, and it's to learn your experience. And from what I'm gathering from all these cards, I feel like it's the experience of doing something different in a different way, flowing differently in essence, like doing the same thing, but in a different way with more joy, and getting away from the way that you've been doing it in the past. And with that Princess of Swords coming out, I think that there's a new way for you to learn the same thing that you've been doing, but it will bring you more joy. You're being asked to embody. We have the Two of Jars. And again, this is about connection. It's interesting because if you can see this right here, it almost looks like the DNA things, right? And it's like you're asked to embody the things that you really, really deeply connect with. And what I mean by that is, like, it's actually fun for you, or there's somewhere in there when you do it, you're like, oh, this feels right. Because we can have a ton of ideas. Like there can be millions of ideas to get the same job done. So then it just becomes more about the own person's journey through getting the job done. Some want to get it done more efficiently. That's what makes them happy. Some want to do it more with joy. You seem to be the person that is, it's not, by the way, you can't do it efficiently and do it with joy, but your emphasis right now seems to be on finding the joy within it and doing something differently than the past. Okay, and then we have If you move with this change, you will experience, we have the moon. So it's interesting because you're going to experience some uncertainty. But what I like about this card in particular within this tarot deck is that there's this path that you're kind of crossing over here. So yes, there's uncertainty, but you're still going forward. Uncertainty as to where the path is going to lead you, uncertainty maybe as to how this is actually going to work out or provide you with an opportunity or money, right? Because we're saying there's an opportunity that's come in, and it's like, well, how could this be the opportunity? I can't see how this would work. However, you still move forward feeling and acting as if it will. And this is how this is what you're going to experience when you move with this. If you don't move with this, if you resist or you remain the same, we have the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is just about feeling a lot of conflict within your own energy. Because it's like, instead of everyone taking their goals and like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I'm going to do this, this, and this is all going to get us here. Instead of that, it's like, well, no, I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to, and nothing is moving forward. So it seems like that's going to be the type of energy you experience, where it seems like everything is basically going to stay the same and it's not going to change or move forward. And I think for you, there's a change that really wants to take place, because I think you feel very stagnant where you are. And I think this is why you want to learn how to do something new, or a new way to do what you're doing, because it's like you like it, but it's not as fun. And so now you have to find a way to continue to make it fun for you. Okay, and then we have, right now, what would it be helpful to? We have the Queen of Swords. To nurture your thoughts. Nurture your thoughts. If, like I was saying, with that moon, when the uncertainty comes in and you're like, I'm not really sure where this is going, instead of the fear of like, well, I could fail, I could do this, it's the Queen of Swords is that logical energy who's nurturing the thoughts to say, we don't know where it's going, but we know that it's going to be good for us. We know that this is the next part of our journey. We know that we're safe as we do this. So it's really about nurturing those thoughts. The mindset that will support you through this season is, and then we have the Eight of Wands. This just reminds me of it's intense, okay? Things are picking up here. There's an intensity. So I feel like it's, once you know what you want to do, once you learn the thing, even though you're uncertain about it, I feel like it's about putting all of your energy into that, intensifying everything in regard to or in relation to this particular thing, this opportunity that you're now progressing with, the opportunity that is presented for you to implement this new thing that you're learning, so that you find more fun and vitality through what you're doing. And with the Eight of Wands, it always makes things go really fast. So it's like, know that once you get everything headed in the same direction, things can happen very quickly. I think that's why it's so important for you to get to to make sure from the ground up, you're creating this for fun for yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Because when you get into it, whatever it is that you're creating, it looks like you're going to see a lot of movement when you finally put that thing out there. And then lastly, we have, you will experience 10 of Swords when you're on the right path. Old constructs are going to die. The way that you did things in the past, the way you expressed yourself in the past, perhaps even the way that you communicated in the past, so perhaps even your marketing or whatever this thing opportunity is, it's you not doing it anymore. You've already reconstructed it. I don't read the tarot the same as most, meaning 10s to me are the rebirth of that suit or that element, which this is air. and 9s are the endings. So this is a rebirth of those thoughts, your expressions, and the way that you're moving in the world. So you're going to know that you're on that right track, your soul's path, when you experience old constructs or the old way that you used to do things coming to an end. And in a way, this feels almost like it's not a choice of like, no, I'm not going to do that because that's not who I am. Although I do feel like that is the type of energy of the Queen of Swords. No, I'm not going to do that because that isn't the truth. I don't want to express that because that isn't my truth. But I feel like when you're on the right track, so after you've nurtured yourself enough that you're going to find that that doesn't even happen anymore, and like you've just stepped into this new reality. All right, that's what I have for you today. If this whisper supported you and you would like to support me back, my Venmo and PayPal are located in the description. If you'd like to support me in a free way, liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel really helps me expand my reach, and I really appreciate the support. Until the next whisper, my friends.